Ever wish you could like sit down, with a Babylonian millionaire and be like, "Hey, what's your advice for building wealth?"
Right.
Well, this deep dive today is kind of the next best thing.
Yeah, it is.
We're looking at The Richest Man in Babylon by George S. Clason.
Yeah, this book, it's basically a time machine to ancient financial wisdom.
I like that.
Published in 1926.
Yeah.
It's full of these parables
Mm-hmm.
that feel like they're ripped straight from a history scroll.
Yeah.
But the thing is, the money advice in it, it's shockingly relevant even today.
Yeah, it really is.
Yeah.
It's amazing how some of these financial principles,
Right.
they just never get old.
They don't.
The book features characters like Arkad. He's this like super rich guy
Yeah.
in Babylon who shares his secrets to success.
Mm-hmm.
And one quote from him that I thought was really great and really jumped out at me was, "Opportunity is a haughty goddess who wastes no time with those who are unprepared."
Oh, that's such a great image to try to visualize, right?
Yeah.
It's like opportunity is walking down this red carpet. And if you're not dressed for the occasion
Yeah.
with like a solid financial plan and the right mindset,
Yeah,
she's just going to breeze right past you.
totally. It's a reminder that like building wealth isn't about
Yeah.
luck or just stumbling into a pile of gold.
Mm.
It's about being ready for those golden opportunities
Yes.
when they pop up.
Exactly. And the book actually lays out some pretty practical advice
Right.
for getting prepared.
Mm-hmm.
Clason calls them the 7 cures for a lean purse.
Okay.
And one that I think is particularly helpful,
Yeah.
especially for beginners,
Mm-hmm.
is this idea of starting thy purse to fattening.
Okay. That sounds delicious.
Yeah.
But how do we fatten our purses in the
Yeah.
real world?
Right.
Is it just eating ramen noodles and never buying lattes?
Not exactly.
Yeah.
It's more about understanding that, like, you deserve
Mm.
a cut of your own earnings.
Yeah.
Clason recommends paying yourself first.
Right.
So you set aside at least 10% of your income
Mm-hmm.
before you do anything else. So it's like, you're reserving the best seat in the house for yourself
Yeah.
before the theater gets all crowded.
I like that analogy.
Yeah.
But saving 10%, I
Yeah.
mean,
Yeah.
let's be honest, that can feel really daunting, especially when rent is due
Right.
and avocado toast is calling your name.
Yeah.
Like, does that rule still hold up
Yeah.
in our crazy economy?
It's definitely a challenge. There's no doubt about it.
Yeah.
But the principle is really powerful. Even if you start small,
Okay.
like maybe 5% or even just like $20 a week,
Mm-hmm.
the key is to make saving
Yeah.
a non-negotiable part of your budget.
Yeah.
Like it's brushing your teeth.
Mm-hmm.
It's just something that you do automatically.
Okay, so it's more about building that consistent habit
Yes.
rather than stressing about hitting a specific number.
Exactly. Think of it like a muscle.
Mm-hmm.
You wouldn't try to bench press like 200 pounds on your first day at the gym.
Yeah.
You start small, you stay consistent,
Yeah.
and you gradually increase your savings over time.
That's a great point.
Yeah.
I remember that the book also talks about the 5 laws of gold.
Yes.
And one of them that really caught my attention was gold cometh gladly and in increasing quantity to any man who put by at least 1/10 of his earnings.
Right.
What's the story behind that one?
So that law illustrates the incredible power of compound interest.
Okay.
You can think about it like a snowball rolling downhill. It
Mhm.
just gets bigger and bigger as it picks up more snow.
Yeah.
So in financial terms,
Yeah.
it means that your money earns interest, and then that interest earns even more interest on top of it.
So it's not just about saving. It's about making your money work for you.
Exactly.
Okay.
Well, just
Yeah.
imagine this.
Yeah.
You invest $1,000 today, and you earn a modest 5% return each year.
Mm-hmm.
After the first year, you've earned $50.
Okay.
But in the second year, you're not just earning interest on the original $1,000.
Right.
You're also earning interest on that $50 that you met the previous year.
So it's like your money's multiplying like rabbits.
It-
But seriously, that makes compound interest sound pretty magical.
It's one of the most powerful forces in finance.
Yeah.
Over decades, even small amounts invested consistently
Mm-hmm.
can grow into significant wealth.
Okay.
Think of it like planting a tiny seed
Yeah.
that grows into a giant oak tree over time.
Okay. I'm getting serious tree envy right now.
Yeah.
Thinking about my money growing into a mighty oak.
It's a good visual.
But even with all this talk about saving and investing,
Yeah.
I'm realizing I wouldn't even know where to start.
Right.
I'm like,
Well, that actually brings us to another key point
okay.
from The Richest Man in Babylon.
Okay.
The book really emphasizes the importance of seeking advice
Okay.
from experts, especially when it comes to investing.
Yeah.
It's like having a seasoned guide leading you through the financial jungle.
So instead of trying to figure it all out on my own,
Yeah.
I should be finding a trusted advisor.
Precisely. whether it's a financial planner, a mentor, or even reputable online resources. Having someone with knowledge and experience can make all the difference.
Yeah.
It's like having a coach in the gym helping you avoid those costly mistakes and make the most of your financial workout.
I like that analogy.
Yeah.
It makes investing feel less intimidating and more like something I can actually achieve
Right.
with the right guidance.
Exactly. It's about empowering yourself with knowledge
Yeah.
and finding someone you trust to help you navigate the complexities of the financial world.
Yeah.
And remember, even in ancient Babylon,
Mm-hmm.
the richest man sought advice from those who knew more than him.
So you're saying even a Babylonian millionaire had a money mentor?
Absolutely.
That's reassuring.
Yeah, nobody has all the answers.
Right.
And seeking guidance from those who have walked the path before you can save you time, money, and a lot of potential headaches.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
I'm curious, though, about the book's take on real estate.
Okay.
It talks about owning a home as a wise investment.
Right.
But does that still hold true in today's market?
Yeah.
How does it seem so expensive?
That's a great question. The real estate market today is definitely a wild ride.
It is.
And things like location, interest rates, and market trends, they all play a huge role.
Yeah, they do.
But the underlying principle of investing in assets that appreciate in value over time, like real estate can, is still valid.
So it's not a guaranteed win, but it can be a smart move if you approach it strategically.
Exactly. It's about doing your research, understanding the market, and making informed decisions that align with your financial goals and risk tolerance. It's like buying a chariot back in ancient Babylon. You wouldn't just buy the first one you see, would you?
Definitely not. I would want to make sure it had good wheels, sturdy horses, and maybe a cup holder for my Babylonian latte.
Exactly. It's about making informed decisions based on your needs and the current market conditions.
So we've talked about saving consistently, making our money work for us seeking expert advice.
Right.
And considering real estate as an investment. It sounds like The Richest Man in Babylon offers a wealth of practical advice that can help anyone, regardless of their background or income level.
Absolutely. The beauty of this book is its timeless wisdom. Even though it was written almost a century ago, the principles it outlines are as relevant today as they were back then.
It's like a financial compass.
Yes.
Guiding us through the ups and downs of the modern world.
Exactly.
I'm eager to dive deeper into the book's wisdom and see what other gems we can uncover.
Me too. There's so much more to explore. From controlling expenses to planning for the future and even ensuring a future income.
Well, it sounds like we have a lot more ground to cover, but for now I'm feeling inspired to start fattening my own purse.
That's great.
And maybe even look into finding a financial mentor.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Remember, the journey to financial well-being starts with a single step. And The Richest Man in Babylon provides a roadmap to help you along the way.
I can't wait to see where this journey takes us.
Me too.
Stay tuned for part 2 of our deep dive into The Richest Man in Babylon, where we'll explore even more financial wisdom from ancient times.
That's going to be good.
It is.
Welcome back to our deep dive into The Richest Man in Babylon.
Yeah, I feel like we only just scratched the surface with what this book has to offer.
Yeah, there's so much in there.
Last time we talked about saving, investing, seeking advice.
Right.
And even dipped our toes a little bit into the real estate market. What other financial gems are hiding in these Babylonian parables?
One theme that runs throughout the book is the importance of controlling your expenses. It's not just about how much you earn. It's about how much you keep.
Okay. That makes sense.
Yeah.
I've heard that saying. It's not about your salary, it's about your savings rate. But how did the Babylonians approach budgeting back then?
Yeah.
I mean, did they have spreadsheets and expense tracking apps?
Probably not.
Okay.
But they did understand this fundamental principle of living below your means. In the book Arcata, he advises, budget thy expenses that thou mayest have coins to pay for thy necessities, to pay for thy enjoyments, and to gratify thy worthwhile desires without spending more than 9/10 of thy earnings.
So it's like a 10% rule for expenses, too.
Yeah.
Spend 90, save 10.
Exactly. It's about creating a spending plan that allows you to meet your needs and enjoy life, but still have something left over to save and invest. You're building a strong foundation for your financial house.
Okay. I like that analogy.
Yeah.
But budgeting can feel
Yeah.
so restrictive.
I know.
Like being on a financial diet.
Right.
All the time.
Well, think of it more as a financial fitness plan.
Okay.
Just like you wouldn't eat pizza and ice cream every day.
No.
If you're training for a marathon, you need to make conscious choices about your spending.
Okay.
If you want to reach those financial goals.
So it's about finding that balance.
Exactly.
Between enjoying life
Yeah.
and being responsible with the money.
It's not about deprivation.
Okay.
It's about being intentional.
Mm-hmm.
The book really emphasizes the importance of distinguishing between needs and wants.
Okay.
You know, you need food and shelter.
Right.
But that designer handbag might just be a want.
Okay, that's helpful. But how do I actually put that into practice? Like, budgeting can feel so overwhelming.
Yeah, so one strategy the book highlights is tracking your expenses.
Okay.
You know, back in ancient Babylon, they might have used clay tablets.
Yeah.
But we've got much easier options today.
Okay.
Like budgeting apps.
Right.
Or even just a simple notebook.
So it's about becoming aware of where my money's actually going.
Exactly.
Because sometimes I swear it just disappears into thin air.
Like, where did it go? But once you start tracking, you might be surprised by how much you spend on things that you don't even really need or enjoy.
Yeah.
That daily latte might seem insignificant.
Right.
But over a month, it can add up to a significant chunk of change.
That's a great point.
Yeah.
It's like those small, seemingly insignificant expenses that can really drain you.
Exactly.
Financially over time.
Yes, and it's all about the little things.
I'm starting to see how these seemingly simple Babylonian principles can have a big impact on our modern lives.
Absolutely. And speaking of long-term thinking, another key theme in The Richest Man in Babylon is the importance of planning for the future.
Okay.
Even back then, they understood that wealth isn't just about living for today.
Right.
It's about securing your financial well-being for years to come.
Okay, that's interesting. I never really thought about how retirement planning might have worked in ancient times.
Yeah.
Did they have Babylonian 401ks?
Probably not.
Okay.
But they did understand the importance of investing in assets that would provide income in their later years.
Okay.
Land livestock businesses.
Yeah.
These were all ways to ensure a future income stream.
So it's like the ancient equivalent of diversifying your portfolio.
Exactly.
Okay.
They understood that relying on a single source of income could be risky.
It is.
So they sought out multiple streams of income to protect themselves from financial hardship.
That's a smart strategy even today.
Yeah.
So how can we apply this principle to our modern lives?
Well, it starts with thinking about your long-term goals.
Okay.
What do you want to do? Do you want to retire early? Do you want to travel the world?
Yeah.
Start your own business? Once you have a vision for your future, you can start planning and taking steps to achieve it.
So it's about setting goals and creating a roadmap.
Precisely.
To get there.
And it's never too early to start, even if you're young and retirement seems like a million years away.
Right.
Remember the power of compound interest?
Yeah.
The earlier you start investing,
Yeah.
the more time your money has to grow.
It's like planting that financial seed early.
Exactly.
So it has plenty of time to blossom into that giant oak tree we were talking about.
And just like, you wouldn't wait until you're thirsty to start digging a well.
Right.
You shouldn't wait until you're older to start planning for your financial future.
Okay, that's a powerful image.
Yeah.
It's a reminder that financial planning isn't just about numbers.
Right.
It's about taking control of your destiny.
Yes.
And creating the life that you want.
Absolutely. And The Richest Man in Babylon gives us a framework for thinking about money in a way that empowers us to make choices that align with our values and our aspirations.
I'm loving all this ancient wisdom. It's amazing how these principles from thousands of years ago are still so relevant today.
It really is.
It is.
It's a testament to the enduring power of basic financial principles.
Yeah.
They transcend time and culture.
Yeah.
Because they're rooted in common sense
and
human nature.
It's like we're time traveling with our cod.
Yes.
Getting a glimpse into the minds of people who really understood the fundamentals of wealth creation.
And the best part is these principles are accessible to anyone. You don't need to be a Babylonian king or a Wall Street wizard to benefit from this wisdom.
That is reassuring.
It is.
So what other Babylonian secrets are we going to uncover in our next segment?
We've talked a lot about managing money, but The Richest Man in Babylon also emphasizes the importance of investing in yourself.
Oh, interesting.
It's about increasing your earning potential and becoming the best version of yourself.
Ooh, that sounds intriguing. I'm eager to learn more about how the Babylonians approached personal and professional development.
Yeah, me too. Stay tuned for part 3 of our deep dive, where we'll explore how to unlock your inner financial genius and create a life of abundance.
Welcome back to our time-traveling adventure through the world of personal finance.
Yeah.
We've been digging into The Richest Man in Babylon, and we've been unearthing some surprisingly relevant advice for building wealth, even in our modern world.
Yeah, it's amazing how much of this stuff still applies.
It really is.
We know.
We've talked about saving consistently, controlling expenses, planning for the future, and even the Babylonian approach to real estate and diversification. But I think so far we've mostly focused on like managing the money we already have. I'm kind of curious to explore that other key theme that you mentioned earlier, like investing in ourselves. What do the Babylonians have to say about that?
Well, one of the most powerful ideas in the book is this idea to increase viability to earn. And it's not just about holding on to your money. It's about expanding your capacity to create more wealth.
So it's not just about saving pennies. It's about investing in our skills, our knowledge.
Exactly.
And basically like leveling up our earning power.
Yeah, think of it like this. You're a skilled artisan back in Babylon. You're making beautiful pottery that everyone wants. You're going to command a higher price than someone who's just starting out. So the more you hone your craft, the more valuable you become.
It's like investing in your own human capital, right?
Exactly.
Like the more you learn and grow, the more valuable you are in the marketplace.
And that applies to any field. Whether you're a potter or a programmer or a podcast host, the more you invest in developing your talents, the more opportunities are going to come knocking.
I love that it's like planting a seed. That not only grows into a tree, but then produces even more seeds. Creating a whole forest of possibilities.
And I love that analogy. And it's important to remember, too, that this investment doesn't always have to be like formal education or expensive training courses. It could be as simple as reading books, taking some online courses, or even shadowing someone who's more experienced in your field.
So it's about embracing a lifelong learning mindset.
Exactly.
Always seeking to improve and expand our knowledge base.
The Babylonians understood that knowledge is a powerful tool for creating wealth and achieving your goals.
This is making me think about all those times. I've thought about taking a course or learning a new skill. But put it off because of like time or money. Maybe that's a form of self-sabotage.
It's easy to fall into that trap.
Of thinking, I'll do it later. But later often never comes.
It doesn't.
The book encourages us to seize the day and take action.
There's a quote from the book that comes to mind, "Never be idle."
Oh, that's a good one.
It's a reminder that time is our most valuable asset.
It is?
And that we should use it wisely.
Time is like a river. It's constantly flowing. We can either let it carry us aimlessly downstream, or we can use it to like power our financial mill and generate wealth.
I love that imagery. It's a powerful reminder that we have the power to shape our financial destiny by making conscious choices about how we spend our time and resources.
Absolutely. And that brings us to another important point about investing in yourself. It's not just about acquiring those skills and knowledge, but also about cultivating the right mindset.
Oh, interesting. What kind of mindset did the Babylonians think was essential for wealth building? Well, they really believed in the power of self-reliance, taking responsibility for your own financial well-being and not relying on luck or handouts. They also emphasized the importance